If you could define artificial intelligence in your words,
I am going to put it in a very simple sentence. Anything that mimics human behavior is artificial intelligence. It can be a software. It
Okay.
can be something physical like a robot. So anything mimicking us is AI. So Comtech Enterprises is a company that was started by my father back in 1993. We have made a no-code AI solution where if you want to get a chatbot for your own website, you can build it without coding. We just need your website link.
Okay.
Just need to put that. Our AI will read about your website, everything, and then you will get a snippet of code. You need to attach it to your website, and then you have a chatbot ready on your website within 5 minutes. All of this.
oh wow.
Something that I am really looking forward to is physical AI. That means robots. If we compare the Indian landscape to the US, they are much more bold. They are much more innovative than us.
AI or ML, what do people confuse more?
Machine learning, because I feel people just jump into AI and they don't even learn about machine learning, and when they learn, they
Yeah.
get very much confused.
People don't understand that ML is the backbone of AI.
Yeah.
Python, R or Julia, your go-to language?
Python, any day.
Mine's R. If ChatGPT could do one thing better, what would it be?
Write code. It writes terrible code.
You think so?
Yeah, terrible code.
Fair. Don't you think singularity is a possibility even if 1% of chance?
If that goes out of hand, and that's a human-sized if.
Do you think the government should make explainability a legal requirement in AI?
Yeah.
Yeah?
In this case, definitely they should.
Hello and welcome to my very own podcast, the Adhiraj Sethi Circle. My name is Adhiraj Sethi, and today we're talking about tech that talks back. What's the buzzword? AI. Joining me today is a man who's not just keeping up with AI, but building a future in it. Mr. Paawan Purdhani. He's the AI head at Comtech Enterprises, an AI consulting and services firm working with both government bodies and private enterprises. Paawan is NVIDIA certified, Databricks certified. He has spoken at the NVIDIA AI Summit, the GPAI Summit, and also written a research paper in the AI space. So if you've ever questioned, will AI take my job? This podcast is for you. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You guys know the drill. Let's dive right into it. Hello, Paawan. Welcome to the circle. Welcome to the podcast. And let's just start straight away. How did your journey into AI begin? What sparked an interest for you in this space?
Okay. So if we go way back, when I was supposed to get into college, COVID happened, and I had a lot of time between the boards and my college starting. So at that time, I remember I did a course on Python by Jose Portilla. You can add the link.
Okay.
And so I learned about Python, and it sparked my interest into the field.
Okay.
And slowly I started learning about machine learning, deep learning, and I did courses on that, built some basic projects, and then got into the nitty-gritty of it,
Okay.
eventually bagging an internship there. And that's where I thought, like, yes, this is the field that I want to get into.
Wow, interesting. And let's talk about Comtech Enterprises also. What does Comtech Enterprises do, and what services does it provide? What problems is it solving for its clients these days?
So, Comtech Enterprises is a company that was started by my father back in 1993.
Okay.
He started with hardware services. He provided all kind of IT related repair services, all kind of hardwares like computer peripherals, desktops, laptops, even CCTV cameras. And then as the world moved towards software,
Okay.
he started with software services as well.
Okay.
And then right now, since the last few years, the world is getting into AI. So now I have also joined him, and we have started with our AI services, where we make custom AI softwares, as
Okay.
well as we have our own product.
Okay.
And we provide AI workshops.
Can you talk about a little about your AI products and AI services?
Yeah. We have made a no-code AI solution where if you want to get a chatbot for your own website, you can build it without coding. We just need your website link.
Okay.
You just need to put that. Our AI will read about your website, everything, even if it has multiple pages, images, something like that. And then you will get a snippet of code. You need to attach it to your website, and then you have a chatbot ready on your website within 5 minutes. All of this.
Oh wow. So, does Comtech charge for it as a product, or is it some other kind of a model that you guys are working on in terms of, let's say a retainer base or project base? What is it?
So right now this product we have given it out for free. We have more than 15
Whoa.
people using it
Okay.
because we have just built it. So we are trying to learn how the customers are reacting to it. Eventually, we will add a price to it, which would be monthly or annually.
Okay, so subscription based.
Yeah, subscription based.
Okay. And in today's world, everyone talks about AI in terms of, let's say, predictive analytics to chatbots, like you mentioned. But can you tell us about a very interesting, real, or maybe even surprising use case of AI that you have come across when working with clients?
So the one thing that really surprised me, a lot of people are using that as well. It's called RAG, Retrieval Augmented Generation. Some people might have heard about it.
Okay.
It gives the ability to AI to go through documents.
Okay.
So a lot of people use ChatGPT to go through documents as well. And the first time I read the research paper on retrieval augmented generation, I was very much surprised that we are getting into such a future where AI is reading documents, even PowerPoint presentations nowadays.
Oh, wow.
So that was the surprising thing.
Okay, I didn't know about this. But is this also a part of ChatGPT, or is that something else? What
ChatGPT has started with this service.
Okay.
They charge a basic they give it for free for some time. It's a freemium based model, and
Achha.
after a certain time and certain number of documents that you have uploaded, they charge.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And Paawan, you've consulted both in the private sector for private companies and the public sector for government agencies. What are the biggest differences that you would say you have seen in terms of AI adoption in both these sectors?
Okay. So if we start with a technical difference between these two parties, government agencies are very much against hyperscalers and cloud usage because they have data privacy concerns.
Okay.
And when we come to a private company, they only work with hyperscalers and cloud. If you want an example like AWS or Microsoft Azure or GCP.
Okay.
Secondly, the difference that I see is that the corporates are actually much ahead of the government agencies in adopting AI, and they're very much open in using AI in their real backend work and the nitty-gritty stuff.
Okay.
Whereas the government I see is a little bit slow in adopting to it, but they are catching up.
Okay. Okay. What spaces do you think AI adoption can happen in the public sector for government agencies, for example?
This is also something that we have consulted government agencies on this. So these government agencies, they release a lot of government contracts known as tenders.
Yeah.
So we are helping an agency to build a solution which can automatically generate these government contracts within seconds.
Okay.
Because these contracts are usually 30 pages long.
So this is generative AI.
Yeah, this is generative AI. This is we are generating a contract based on the input prompt by the user.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And before we move forward, just to break it down for the non-technical viewers, if you could define artificial intelligence in your words for them.
I am going to put it in a very simple sentence. Anything that mimics human behavior is artificial intelligence. It can be a software.
Okay.
It can be something physical like a robot. So anything mimicking us is AI for me.
Okay. Yeah, fair. I think that's a good answer. There's a lot of fear in terms of AI also, and in terms of job replacement, job loss. What do you have to say about this? Do you think AI will ever replace human capabilities?
For this, I would like to quote NVIDIA's CEO, Jensen Huang. He said this in Mumbai, that AI is an assistant. It can do 10% of your job. It can do 20% of your job. It can do 50% of your job, but it is not going to do 100% of your job. So I think people shouldn't be scared that AI is going to take over your job. It would be like you have an intern, which is there to assist you on basic backend work, checking documents and something like that. But it is not going to take your job. So I don't think people should be scared for that.
Okay, but it is replacing a lot of jobs in the manufacturing industry, don't you think? So people are, it's fair for them to be a little scared and skeptical.
See, there are, I would say there are two sides to it. something that is very repetitive and manual can be replaced.
Yeah.
I'm being honest on it.
Yeah.
But a lot of new jobs are also being created through AI, which we can see. Prompt engineer is a very big job right now, and a lot of people are hiring for it. We are also hiring for it. And we see that these places where, if you're talking about manufacturing or you're talking about call center, so these things are very much repetitive. So these would be replaced by any kind of automation that is coming in the future as well. So these can try, these people who are getting their job replaced can try with new fields, but it's not, we cannot put it in a general way that AI is going to replace everything. Some jobs are going to be replaced, but some new jobs are also going to be created.
Fair. And do you think that everyone should start learning about AI in some way or the other?
Definitely, 100%. If you are not learning about AI right now, you are much behind your competition. Everyone, companies, individuals, everyone.
Okay, fair. Paawan, you have so many certifications, you've gone for summits as well. So you might be having a bird's eye view of what the AI landscape is looking like in India. What are the future trends? What's next in AI that you are really looking forward to?
Something that I am really looking forward to is physical AI. That means robots. Especially in India, I haven't seen a lot of companies going through that. A lot of companies in the US are going for that, but I'm very excited for that field. Physical AI.
Okay. So you think that's coming in India?
Yeah, eventually. I think a company in Chennai has tried that. I don't remember the name exactly. But yeah, it's coming to India.
Okay. Wow, that's exciting. And lastly, for this segment, what's that one piece of advice that you would give maybe a student or a small business or even a big firm before they jump into AI? This is what they should know.
For an individual, I would say learn Python. First of all, because Python is something that is not just into AI, it's being used in multiple fields like data analysis, data science as well. For a business, I would say they should start with getting a consultant first rather than start learning things on their own. They can have an AI tutor. This is also something that Jensen Huang has said. It's not me saying.
Okay.
So I would say start with a tutor or start learning Python.
Okay, fair. So that was a general discussion with Paawan. I think very informative already, but we're going to try to get some more information out of him in the next segment, which is the hot seat, where I'm going to be asking him some rapid fire like questions, and you have to be quick and quirky with your answers. So stay tuned, guys. We'll catch you in the next segment now. Welcome back. We are now in the hot seat segment, where I'm going to be asking Paawan some rapid fire like questions. Are you ready?
Let's go.
Let's go. AI or ML, what do people confuse more?
Machine learning, because I feel people just jump into AI and they don't even learn about machine learning, and when they learn, they get very much confused.
People don't understand that ML is the backbone of AI.
Yeah.
Fair. Most exciting AI startup in India right now?
I have talked to a lot of founders. I've met a lot of founders, but I feel Kisan AI is doing some great work. They are helping farmers use AI to help them in farming.
Okay, how are they helping them?
They have developed a chatbot which can speak in multiple languages, even district languages.
Okay.
That I don't think even big companies are providing such features. They are speaking in Odia, Bihari, and multiple languages, I would say.
Fair. Nice. If not tech, what career would you have chosen?
So I was supposed to be a footballer actually. I'm a national level football player.
Oh, wow.
And due to injuries and COVID, I got into tech eventually.
Oh.
Yeah. So football.
Oh, yeah. I used to play football too. Not national level, but I like football. We should play someday.
Yeah, we should.
What's harder? Building a product or explaining AI to a non-technical person?
Explaining AI to a non-technical person. Trust me.
Because there are so many jargons and technical terms that sometimes people who know about them also can't explain it in simple terms.
Yeah.
So today also we'll try on the podcast to talk as simply as possible.
Yeah.
But if there are certain jargons or terms that you guys don't understand, we would suggest pause the video, search the term, understand what it means, and then continue watching it. One tool or platform every data scientist should master in 2025.
They should learn about Hugging Face and Kaggle.
Okay. Why Hugging Face?
Hugging Face gives you access to basically all the models. They have their own AI app store. They have a lot of courses and tutorials as well. They have their own Python library
Okay.
to learn how to deploy these models.
Okay.
And secondly, with Kaggle, they have a lot of data sets and they have a lot of great competitions where you can compete with other people and actually win real prizes.
Yeah, I love Kaggle.
Yeah, I also love Kaggle.
Nice. Python, R, or Julia, your go-to language?
Python, any day.
Mine's R. I feel like R is more like English spoken, it's easier to write, for me at least.
Python is also English spoken. It is being used in multiple industries, not just AI. So if you learn Python, you're opening your scope for multiple industries.
Fair. I know Python as well, but I've always preferred R for some reason.
That's a personal choice, I would say.
Biggest myth about AI?
That AI is going to take your job. It's not going to take your job.
Okay, fair. If ChatGPT could do one thing better, what would it be?
Write code. It writes terrible code.
You think so?
Yeah, terrible code.
Fair. One government policy that you would love to see around AI?
AI should be a compulsory subject after class 5th or 6th.
Wow, that's a great answer. I think that is also happening. There are talks of that happening right now.
They are trying. I think it is implemented in China already.
Yeah.
So we should also get through this.
Yeah, true. Okay, this is a little funny question, but which fictional AI character, let's say Jarvis from Iron Man, or HAL from Space Odysseys, which one would you think should come to life and why?
Have you watched the movie Her with Joaquin Phoenix, in which
No.
he falls in love with an AI model? Scarlett Johansson gives the voiceover for that. So I would like to see that happen in real life.
Okay.
And I think that is going to happen in real life, that someone would fall in love with
Okay.
an AI model.
Okay. Yeah, that would be funny. One AI powered gadget that you can't live without.
See, I don't have an AI powered gadget right now. I don't have any hardware, but I would love to use the Meta Ray Bans. I have wore them once or twice.
Okay.
My brother has those in US, but whenever they are launching in India, I'm definitely going to buy those.
Okay. What are your opinions on Apple's Vision Pro?
See, Apple's Vision Pro, if we talk about it in a business perspective, too expensive, no one is going to buy it.
Fair.
And we have great alternatives in a very much cheaper price.
Fair.
And I haven't tried it
But
actually.
in terms of tech,
In terms of tech, it is great, but see, Meta is giving the same services at, I think, 10 times lesser. So anyone would go for something like that. Secondly, honestly, I haven't used them. I have just heard reviews and videos, so I don't think I'm a person to comment on that.
okay, fair. Most overrated buzzword in tech right now.
Agents, AI agents. People are using them everywhere. Even, when something can be resolved with simple software engineering, people are integrating AI agents everywhere, which is not of use.
What are AI agents?
AI agents are basically workflows. See, AI agent is something जो आपका काम कर देगा. Usually क्या होता है, आप AI को काम बताते हो, फिर वो आपको एक क्रिएटिव रिस्पॉन्स देता है. इस केस में क्या होगा, अब मैं अगर ChatGPT को बोलूँ कि मेरे को एक मेल आई है, इसका पढ़ के एक आंसर बताओ, मेरे को क्या रिप्लाई में डालना चाहिए, तो ChatGPT बताएगा ओके यू शुड गिव दिस रिस्पॉन्स. बट इन द केस ऑफ एजेंट्स इट विल गिव अ रिस्पॉन्स एंड गो थ्रू द मेल, और आपकी तरफ से मेल भी कर देगा वो रिस्पॉन्स. ये फर्क है. इट्स अ वर्क फ्लो.
तो why is it an overused or overrated? तो मेरे को तो बढ़िया लग रहा है ये.
चीज बढ़िया है. सी सुनने में बहुत बढ़िया है, बट अभी तक ये प्रोडक्शन लेवल पे कहीं पे आई नहीं है, फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल. एंड सेकेंडली, सी अ लॉट ऑफ पीपल हैव हाइप्ड इट अप. तो कोई चीज जो सिंपल सॉफ्टवेयर इंजीनियरिंग से भी आप कर सकते हो विदाउट इवन यूजिंग एआई. पीपल आर यूजिंग एआई एजेंट्स द वर्ड एवरीवेयर.
Fair. Oh, okay.
It's a hype actually.
Okay, fair. And last question for this segment. One word to describe the future of AI in India.
I feel exciting would be the right word, because I have met a lot of founders, and the things that they're building, it's crazy out there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair. Exciting is the future of AI in India, according to Paawan. And yeah, that was the hot seat segment. Really fun and really quirky. And I think this is the first time a guest has given quick answers. So I'm very happy. And yeah, we'll catch you in the next segment now, which is the Finance 101. Stay tuned. Welcome back. We are now in the Finance 101 segment, where I'm going to be asking some numbers, some finance related questions to Paawan. Let's see how much he's willing to answer. Firstly, Paawan, let's talk about Comtech enterprises. A business like that requires high-level skilled talent. Um, but how do you go about pricing in this industry for your services?
See, with pricing, there's not a fixed number. It depends on what the client is asking for. If we are building a custom system for it, it can be a simple chatbot, it can be a whole agentic system, as we were talking about. So it depends on system to system, and a lot of times what happens, some people they require some hardware as well, so the cost increases with that. So there's not a fixed number. It depends on the client's requirement.
Is there a strategy behind it?
Yeah, there's a huge strategy behind it. See, honestly, we would love if a client is buying hardware as well with software, and we push for that. But it depends on the client's need, that whether they want some hardware, whether they want a graphic processing unit with it, whether they are okay without a server. So it works both the ways.
Okay. And I think I asked you this question earlier as well, but just to reiterate it and put emphasis on it, in India right now, for consultancy of AI services especially, what kind of a model is working the best? Is it project based? Is it retainer based? Or is it productized now in the sense, like you said, that just make a product and sell it?
Okay, so I feel in India, see, since many years we have been an IT services industry in India. We have companies like TCS, Infosys, many big players. So I think project based is the right thing that is going on in India already, and that will go on in India, I feel.
Okay, and like if we take it as project based, can you give me like broad numbers of how the finances and margins look like for your firm in terms of maybe profitability?
See, this company started 30 years ago, so we are very much profitable. That's not a problem with it. Secondly, see, if you are included, again I'm saying, if you're including hardware with it, so the main issue with AI right now is that the hardware is very expensive, and by expensive I mean it can go into crores as well.
Yeah.
So if some customer wants some hardware with it, so then that person should be ready to get his pockets empty, not empty, but be ready with it. But see, we try to keep our pricing as budget friendly for our customer, because we know what kind of problem that they are coming to us with. So if you are including hardware, then the cost can be very much.
But let's say you are charging 1 lakh rupees, for example, for a project. How much is Comtech Enterprises able to save in terms of percentages as profits?
Okay, so see, if we are building just a software, the software is not something that you buy from someone and you sell it to other. It's about your skill. It's about me writing code. So if we are asking a customer for 1 lakh, then we are making 1 lakh, because we are not buying that software from someone else, right? We are writing it on our own knowledge that we have gained over years of work. So with software, it's all profit. With hardware, obviously, we are also buying it from NVIDIA, AMD, Intel, and then selling it to the customer.
And talking about India further, what is the AI landscape looking like in terms of the exciting startups that you spoke about? Can you give us a few examples of these startups?
Okay. So I told you about Kisan AI, which is building for farmers, or Kisan, as I must say. Second AI company that I really am excited about is Servam AI. Servam AI recently won the contract to build an India's LLM, which was given by the government only to them. And they have built some great models on Indian languages, on dialects, on specific Indian languages.
Is this like India's ChatGPT?
Yeah, you can say India's ChatGPT movement. Servam AI. People can read about it. It's a very big company. And I would say Gyani AI. It's written Gnani. Yeah, Gyani AI. It's pronounced Gyani. The spelling is different. They are replacing customer service through AI. So like you would call a bank. And you would be feeling that you are talking to the bank representative, talking about your problems, or if you want to open an account or close an account. But on the other hand, there would be an AI bot talking to you. Yeah, so Gyani AI is also a great company.
Fair. Yeah. I think I have experienced something like that in the US with the Bank of America. But talking about India and the US, in terms of the AI landscape, what are the big challenges, gaps that you see in India's AI landscape as compared to the Western, or maybe specifically the US?
Okay. If we compare the Indian landscape to the US, they are much more bold. They are much more innovative than us. And an AI company, a US company, OpenAI, started all of this, ChatGPT. It was a main innovation.
Fair.
And I feel they are backed and supported a lot by investors that I see missing in India.
Okay.
So I feel in the US, people, the customers, the investors are much more open to innovation. But in India, I feel we are not much open to innovation, and we don't support innovation actually. That is the main issue.
Okay. So you're saying that if you take a AI heavy project to an investor, it's not likely to be funded?
Yeah, it's not likely to be funded because in India, it's the sad truth. They are more focused on Excel sheets. They are more focused on ARRs, MRRs, AOVs. They're more focused on the money part of it rather than supporting innovation. Okay, the money is important, and obviously people in US also see that. I'm not saying they don't see that, but they believe in their gut feeling. They believe that okay, this founder is building something innovative. If you want me to take an example, OpenAI started back in 2015 and they released the product in 2022. 7 years, no product, no profit, but they were backed by people like Elon Musk as well. So the support there is much more than there here it is in India.
Fair. So like Indian investors are very risk averse in that sense.
I would say.
Okay. Anything more that you would like to talk about in terms of investors, comparing them from the Western culture to Indian investors?
Yeah. There's one more gap that I feel. A lot of investors in the US are ex-founders. So they understand the problems faced by a new startup founder.
Fair.
That okay, they won't get a revenue on the first day or even the first year.
Yeah.
They won't be profitable for a lot of years.
Yeah.
But in India, that is not the case. A lot of investors are not ex-founders, so they don't understand the problems faced by new founders.
Okay.
That is a huge gap.
Okay, fair. And let's talk about the client side while also keeping finance in mind. Are clients in India willing to pay a premium for AI projects like you guys provide, or are they still considering it as something that is extra?
See, as long as the thing is working perfectly, it is helping them doing their work, it is automating their work, it is very much accurate. They are willing to pay as much as you want them to pay.
Really?
As long as it is helping them.
Okay.
That's the case. And I don't think...
So they're accepting.
They're accepting.
Okay.
Yeah, as long as it is helping them.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how are you able to explain to your clients, like there are so many technical KPIs that clients don't understand,
Yeah.
but for you they are the most important because you are the ones who are handling the softwares that are being developed. How do you explain the benefit of AI to a client?
Okay, so the kind of example that I like to use is I call one of their employees in front of them and I ask him or her to do that work. And then I let my AI do that work. And then I can show them the difference. Okay, this guy took 5 minutes. Our AI took 5 seconds.
Fair.
That's the main difference that we like to show to our clients.
Fair.
That is a common practice in our company.
Okay, wow.
Yeah.
And in terms of ROI, are you able to give them a certain percentage or number that, okay, if you spend 1 lakh on AI, you're going to get this much back?
Yeah. We have these stats with us. It's not just about getting an ROI. See, if we are building a chatbot for your website, you can see you're receiving more engagement. People are coming to your website again and again, and they can understand about your services or company much better. Rather than going through a whole website, wasting a lot of time, they can chat to your chatbot right there. So you receive, we have stats for this. You get a better ROI, you get more engagement with your customers as well. So yeah, the clients are receiving
Okay.
the ROI.
And financially in this industry, with everything changing every 6 months, new technology coming up, how do you guys predict financial trends and not overinvest or underinvest? How do you guys manage that balance?
Okay. So we have a team.
Okay.
जिनका काम ही ये है कि they are going to look at the new trends in AI, new technologies about, like right now they are learning about agents.
Okay.
कि क्या क्या आ रहा है, and then they tell those things to me and my fellow engineers. And secondly, if you talk about in a personal way, so I read articles on Medium. I have subscribed to a lot of people.
Okay.
And they post about the latest things. So if someone wants to, on an individual level, they can go to Medium and read new articles.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And with the rise of tools like ChatGPT, AutoML, has it become easier to sell high-level AI consultancy to clients or harder in your opinion?
I would I would say actually it didn't matter much.
Acha.
It doesn't affect our consultation side of work much with
Acha.
ChatGPT Auto.
But don't you think that awareness of AI has spread vastly because of these tools? So maybe they are more accepting of consultancy on this front?
Not through AutoML, but yeah, I can say through ChatGPT. ChatGPT is the AI right now. If we talk about AI, people think ChatGPT. So yeah, ChatGPT we can say a little bit has helped, but I wouldn't say for AutoML actually.
Okay. Another side to this would be that I have access to ChatGPT, AutoML. I would think that I can just do it myself. But why should I hire?
Yeah, why should I get a consultant?
Yeah. What do you say to people like those?
See, ChatGPT बहुत काम करते थे. I'm sure. बहुत काम गलत भी करता है. जैसे I was talking about coding as well.
Yeah.
So you would need a tutor or a human intervention to explain to you. First of all, I would say our consultancies are of different things. See, ऐसा नहीं है कि हम बस सॉफ्टवेयर्स बना रहे हैं कुछ उसमें हेल्प कर रहे हैं. A lot of times we help people to understand what kind of tools you are supposed to use.
Okay.
हम उस चीज की भी कंसल्टेंसी देते हैं कि आपको कौन से मॉडल्स कौन से एप्स यूज करने हैं.
Okay.
इसमें आई डोंट थिंक ChatGPT कैन हेल्प वेरी मच क्योंकि हमने बहुत सारे एप्स यूज कर रखे हैं खुद. हमारी टीम है जो यूज करती है. इवन इन मार्केटिंग वी नो विच टूल्स टू यूज. इवन इन बायोटेक वी नो विच टूल्स टू यूज. तो हम इन चीजों की भी कंसल्टेंसी देते हैं जिसमें आई डोंट थिंक ChatGPT कैन हेल्प यू वेरी मच.
Okay, fair. And lastly, for this segment again, if you were to invest in an AI vertical for, let's say, the next 3 years, what would that be?
See, I have worked with a lot of government clients. I would try to solve something where the government is facing an issue.
Okay.
I am getting multiple things in my mind actually.
Okay.
So
any AI tool that serves the public sector?
Yeah, the public sector. Yeah, actually, because people are not focusing a lot on that as well right now.
Okay.
People are focusing more on healthcare, legal, biotech. I am seeing 3 startups every day which can help you read legal documents. So that is a very congested space now. So yeah, someone who's helping the government.
Okay.
Or public companies. Yeah.
Fair. Good answer. That was Finance 101 with Paawan. I hope you guys learned something new in the segment. And yeah, we're now heading to my favorite segment, which is the Curiosity Gap. Stay tuned because I have really interesting topics for this podcast. See you in the next one. Welcome back. We are now in my favorite segment, which is the Curiosity Gap. And I have very interesting topics. The first one being, Paawan, I'm sure you would know about the 7 stages of AI. We are currently on the second stage, predominantly in where AI learns from data, learns from past prompts like generative AI, ChatGPT does. And in certain domains like maybe playing chess or Siri and Alexa, these are on stage 5. But there is this theoretical stage in AI, which is AI singularity, where AI becomes as cognitively capable and emotionally capable as a human, maybe even more. Their intelligence supersedes human intelligence. It is basically an AI takeover where they start telling us what to do instead of us telling them what to do. It's a theoretical stage. Don't get scared, guys. But it's not going to happen for another 3-4 decades at least, if at all. But we are moving in that direction. What do you think about it? Do you think this is a possibility that can happen in some stage?
I think it's all fiction. I don't think it's going to happen, especially the emotional part.
Okay.
I don't think there's going to be emotional intelligence with AI. Okay. If you're talking about the cognitive capabilities learning from us, I feel within the next 2-3 years, AI is going to exceed human intelligence.
Okay.
Sam Altman is saying, give me 1,000 days, I'm going to build AGI. He has tweeted it. You can check it out.
That's the 6th stage. That's the one stage before what I'm talking about.
Yeah. He's saying, give me just 1,000 days. That's around 3.5 years.
Yeah.
But regarding the emotional intelligence, I don't think AI is going to reach that particular space because then there's no difference between me and AI.
Is it because we won't let it happen, or it can't happen?
The technology for that hasn't been developed. See, the way these large language models or this generative AI is developed, we are just developing it on data that we already have, and then we are processing it through very big, deep neural networks or algorithms for an easy understanding.
Yeah.
But we cannot put in emotional intelligence. We cannot ingest it into those algorithms. So I don't feel that is going to happen. With the technology that we are having right now, who knows in the future such kind of technology is developed. We have a lot of researchers working.
Yeah.
But for now, it's fiction for me.
And talking about AI super intelligence or singularity in that matter, what do you think about consciousness? Do you think AI currently is conscious?
No, I don't think AI is currently conscious. Whenever we are inputting a question, I input a question into ChatGPT. It can be, what is the capital of India? It's New Delhi. ChatGPT gives the most probable answer. ChatGPT is not a person who thinks and gives an answer. It runs an algorithm which gives the most probable output.
Fair.
So it is working on an algorithm. It's not thinking like a conscious person. So I don't think AI would be conscious as well.
But consciousness can be created.
Right now with the tech that we are having, we are researching on that. We have a lot of people researching on that. But as of now, there's not even a demo for that. Leave production systems. There's not even a demo where AI is conscious and can have emotions or think like us.
Okay.
Right now, it's just giving answers on the data it has.
Okay. Talking about demos, I have seen demos where AI is mimicking human emotional intelligence. If that goes out of hand, don't you think singularity is a possibility, even if 1% of chance?
If that goes out of hand, and that's a human-sized if.
Yeah.
If that goes out of hand, yeah.
So, in terms of that, what is ethically your responsibility as a software developer or an AI specialist and others like you in this domain to make sure that something like this never happens?
Okay, good question. So there's something known as guardrails.
Okay.
So what does guardrails do? It stops AI from talking about certain things, from taking some certain paths, answering in a certain way. A lot of times if someone might have tried it, if you try to abuse ChatGPT, it stops you there.
Yeah.
And it doesn't abuse you back. So there are guardrails that should be used in every AI system that you are making, which stops AI from even going rogue or answer something in a very
misdemeanor
way. Yeah, you would say. Yeah, so guardrails should be used in every AI system that we are making right now.
Okay. But if we expand our conversation out of large language models to, let's say, robotics.
Yeah.
Have you seen that robot with Kim Kardashian that Elon Musk had gifted her?
No, I've seen the one with Speed.
Okay. Yeah, it's similar.
Yeah, it's similar.
So, a robot like that is self-aware in some sense or the other because it knows what not to do, what to do, where to go, how to go. What do you think about that? Isn't that very similar to the movie I, Robot, if you have seen that movie with Will Smith?
Will Smith, yeah.
So, I got scared looking at that because I was like, okay, that is cool, but you guys don't understand the consequences if it
goes out of hand.
Yeah.
If it makes its own decisions.
So what do you want to say about that?
See, I am pretty sure. See, that was a video from China, I think, the one with Speed.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure they have some guardrails on it. And when we are building a robot, so there are models that you use to train that robot on real life examples, on 3D objects.
Yeah.
So I haven't seen a robot go out of hand. And honestly speaking, I haven't developed my own robotic system or an IoT system. But for now, jitna main dekha hai, they are not going out of hand, and the way they are trained on large language models only. They are not trained on something different. They are trained on large language models only. और large language models अगर ठीक work कर रहे हैं for now, तो वो भी ठीक work करेंगे.
Okay.
Soon there would be different systems to train an AI software and an AI hardware. That is coming. NVIDIA is building it. Amazon is building it. तब case could be different when it comes into production. Okay. But right now same way से develop हो रहे हैं.
Okay. Yeah. And this not going out of hand wala situation, is the government doing something about this? And if not, should they? Because as far as I know, maybe there are stricter laws in the US regarding AI, but not at all in India. What do you think AI adoption would require the Indian government to do? And what do you think the Western governments or the government of the US is doing right that AI adoption is so rapid over there?
Most strict governments I feel are in the European Union. वहाँ पे तो कुछ मॉडल्स बैन ही कर दिए उन लोगों ने,
Okay.
जिनके कुछ गलत रिस्पॉन्सेज निकले थे.
क्या रीजन से?
ChatGPT and Gemini. There was a case with Gemini where it compared a certain politician to Adolf Hitler.
Okay.
Yeah, so तब से वहाँ यूरोपियन यूनियन में बैन कर दिया गया था Gemini.
अच्छा.
And I feel there has been a similar issue with ChatGPT as well in the European Union.
Okay.
Yeah.
So over there you feel like the government is doing something?
Yeah, that was... See, especially जब you're comparing a politician to someone with such bad intentions, तो उस पे एक्शन लेना ही था.
Okay.
But they have banned a lot of models. And I feel with India, I feel the main concern is of the education that you're providing to people. क्योंकि AI का लोग गलत यूज भी कर रहे हैं already.
Look at deep fake videos that are being made.
Yeah.
That is the worst case possible scenario or use case of AI that people are doing. I mean, that can be used for better purposes, but the way we are using it currently is just is disappointing to say the least.
Right.
So what should the government do in this case to prevent such things from happening? Even currently with the situation, the conflict going on between India and Pakistan, there are so many deepfake videos coming out that are completely spreading completely fake information, fake news. So what should the government do to prevent these things from happening in the future?
First of all, we should have much stricter laws on these things. Right now, I don't even think there's such a law that is managing these things. Secondly, see, India being such a big country, and यहाँ पे अभी आपने war की बात करी, people कुछ भी WhatsApp पे आता है, people just agree to it. तो वो थोड़ा human, हमारा mindset भी ऐसा है. Government हमारा ऐसे mindset तो आके बदल नहीं सकती है, but we can have stricter laws. We can have much more education on AI. As I was saying, कि 5th class से ही अगर हम बच्चों को पढ़ाते रहे AI का यूज़ कैसे करना है, बनाना कैसे, सही यूज़ क्या है. क्योंकि बहुत लोग, you were talking about deepfakes, a lot of people are scamming people on WhatsApp.
Yeah.
इतने scams. Even we have done a project with the Ministry of Home Affairs, which was related to such scams.
Okay.
And every day Ministry of Home Affairs is getting around 12,000 complaints all over India. Every day I'm talking.
Okay.
Regarding these scams. तो इनको रोकने के लिए we can have much stricter laws and we can provide much better education to people on AI.
Okay, fair, good answer. Let's move on to the next topic, which is the power of AI. Is AI making us lazy, or is it an assistant that is making us more productive, in your opinion?
It was supposed to be an assistant which was going to make us more productive, but yeah, we are getting lazy due to AI.
Do you think AI is limiting or even replacing our imagination in some sense?
There was a research by the Microsoft team that AI is decreasing our cognitive thinking and we are not using our mind as much we were using before AI. Because कुछ भी होता है वो कर देता है, a lot of things it is able to do. So हमें इतना सोचना नहीं पड़ता. Even people don't think about before writing an email as well. Now they're just asking ChatGPT.
Yeah. So in a scenario, in a generation, in a world like that, what do you think are the ways to tackle that from happening? Because I wouldn't want my children to not have cognitive abilities as good as maybe I do or my parents do. What should I tell them, or what would I tell them that should, that would prevent them from losing these cognitive abilities? Because however much we like it or not, AI is a reality, is going to be here, and it's going to be here for a really long time. So I can't just tell them not to use it, but what should I tell them to, in a sense that they are not falling prey to it?
See, we cannot tell anyone to not use AI, but we can tell them only to use it when it's necessary. These are some things that we can put into our children, and someone who's new into AI. Obviously, everyone should use AI, but see, when you start using it literally everywhere and you are reducing your thinking ability on your own, that is something जो आप खुद को ही खराब कर रहे हो. और ये मेरे को खुद में भी फील होता है. I feel अब मैं कोड उतना खुद से अच्छे से नहीं लिखता बिकॉज आई हैव सच अ हैबिट ऑफ आस्किंग चैट जीपीटी और मिस्ट्राल और एनी अदर मॉडल. सो यू शुड कीप ऑन विद योर प्रैक्टिसेस. मतलब चाहे मैं कोड चैट जीपीटी से ही लिखवाऊँ जब मैं काम कर रहा हूँ, बट मैं खुद भी कोडिंग साइड बाय साइड सीखूँ. एटलीस्ट आई शुड नो द लॉजिक बिहाइंड इट. कि अगर मेरे को लॉजिक ही नहीं पता जो मैंने कोड लिखा है उसका क्या है, बस मैं कॉपी पेस्ट कर रहा हूँ, तो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल वो चलेगा भी नहीं सही से. है ना? So you should keep learning things on your own, even if you use AI in your real world, but you should keep learning things on your own. That I would suggest to people.
Yeah. Any other use cases that you would like to talk about in terms of AI that is making us lazy but really shouldn't?
See, the way the world moves actually, Adhiraj, हमारे अराउंड जो चीज़ें हैं ना, फूड डिलीवरी आई, हमने बाहर जाना बंद कर दिया. अब तो ग्रोसरी डिलीवरी कैन बी डन इन 10 मिनट्स. हम मतलब अब चीज़ें ही ऐसी बन रही हैं दैट इज मेकिंग अस मोर लेजियर एंड लेजियर एंड लेजियर. 10 मिनट में भी हम मंगवाएंगे, कुछ आ जाएगा. सो इट्स मोर अबाउट सेल्फ कंट्रोल. जाके हम भी बाहर जाके सामान ला सकते हैं. इट्स आवर चॉइस. इट्स मोर ऑफ योर चॉइस एंड इट्स मोर ऑफ अ कंट्रोल दैट यू कैन हैव ऑन योर ओन. आई कैन टेल पीपल ओके डोंट यूज AI एवरीवेयर, बट वो आपके ऊपर है, अब आप उसको कैसे लेते हो. I can tell you कि okay no you should go out and bring your groceries on your own, but it's so easy right now for you. आप एक phone पे मंगवा लिया, इतने apps आ गए हैं अब तो. So I think it depends much on person to
choice.
person.
I think that's a great answer and that's true also. Let's just move on to the last topic now for the podcast, which is the AI black box problem. To explain it simply, what I'm trying to say is that someone who works with AI, me as well, there are many a times I cannot explain how a machine learning algorithm or ChatGPT comes up with possible solutions or outcomes for the prompts or problems that we give it. So there is a black box where even the developers are clueless of how it's happening because of neural networks. People don't fully understand it, nor do developers understand it. I'm sure the general population is far from understanding it. Ethically, that is somewhere a problem, right? What do we do about this? Do we let it continue? Do we first focus on understanding it, but also have the risk of never being able to understand it? What do you have to say about this?
See, I feel you're right. Everyone should understand it. Everyone should know कि कैसे एक AI model work करता है, कैसे calculations होती हैं पीछे. I know it's very difficult to understand. मेरे को भी समझ नहीं आया था बहुत टाइम के लिए. But everyone should understand how a neural network works. How does AI reach that conclusion कि मैंने ये input डाला, पीछे ऐसा क्या क्या हुआ कि उसने ये मेरे को answer दिया है. So everyone should know about that. But secondly, if we are speaking, see, that black box situation would always be there. क्योंकि जैसे AI एक input से एक output तक पहुंचता है, there are more than hundreds and thousands of calculation. तो वो आपको सारी तो दिखा नहीं सकते हैं एक बारी में. Especially if you are trying to have a user friendly interface. अगर ChatGPT दिखाना start कर दे कि okay I am into this layer, then I am into this layer, अब मैंने ये calculation करी है, अब मैंने ये weight update करा है, तो वो और मुश्किल हो जाएगा समझने के लिए. So people should first learn about these things. That's what I'm saying. Right now, it's very important to have an AI tutor. It's very important to learn AI, the technical part. Even if you are into a very different field, even if you are a finance guy, even if you are an HR, you should know how AI works. How do these models work? उसके बाद ही आप अच्छे से इसका यूज कर पाओगे. उसके बाद ही आप समझ पाओगे कि मेरे को एक अच्छे आउटपुट पे कैसे पहुंचना है.
Fair.
So you should learn.
But do you think this is an ethical dilemma in some sense or the other?
See, I won't say that this is an ethical dilemma.
Why I'm saying it could be an ethical dilemma is because I want to use AI. I want to use these LLMs and I want to make my life easier.
Sure.
But ethically, I also know that okay, the responses that I'm getting are based off of someone else's data maybe. Let's say, for example, today I put a picture on the internet, okay? somewhere or the other, this LLM will use my picture to learn something or the other. I know that because I work with AI. A general person, a common man, doesn't know that, okay, and doesn't understand that. But ethically, they feel like they aren't doing anything wrong or right. But as someone who understands AI, I feel like this is an ethical dilemma in some sense or the other, right? We are using people's data without even asking them if we can use it or not.
If you want to build something like ChatGPT,
Yeah,
जब उन्होंने build करा होगा, then you need a lot of data.
yeah,
तब see उन पे बहुत copyrighted के भी cases चल रहे हैं. Even some Indian channels have put some copyrighted issues with it. But अगर हमारे इतने सारे copyrighted issues हैं, अगर हम I'm not saying, first of all I want to make it very clear कि ऐसे किसी का डेटा चुराना सही बात है, बट कोई इतनी accurate, इतनी अच्छी चीज़ बन ही नहीं सकती है इतने सारे डेटा के बिना. That is my point. If they only try to use independent data sources, तो इतना accurate system नहीं बनेगा. So yeah, in it's on your opinion.
So even if we come up with, let's say, an Indian version of ChatGPT,
Yeah.
That's going to be mostly based on, let's say, India's data, and but even the developers won't be able to explain what and how the model is coming up with its answers. Do you think the government should make explainability a legal requirement in AI?
Yeah.
Yeah.
In this case, definitely they should. They should make explainability. I think it's very important to have an AI ethics officer as well in every
Company?
tech company, or in every company,
Yeah.
as we might go with it. So explaining AI ethics to the general public who are using it is very important. It's very, very important. So yeah, the government should go for it.
Okay. How is Comtech or any other firm ensuring that the clients understand the services, that AI services that they are getting from you guys or any other firm from that matter, and they trust it in that sense to do its job ethically, right?
Okay. So I can start with the second question about the trust. So we only try to use open source models
Okay.
to develop AI solutions. By open source, I mean a model that is free, which can be downloaded into your own server,
Okay.
and then it can be used by you. तो जब वो आपके सर्वर पे आ जाएगा, तो ऐसा नहीं है कि उसका डेटा कहीं बाहर किसी के पास जा रहा है. Usually we use Llama by Meta.
Okay.
जब हमने Llama डाउनलोड कर लिया, अगर मैंने अपने कंप्यूटर में डाउनलोड कर लिया, तो उसके बाद मेटा के पास डेटा नहीं जा रहा हमारा कोई. I want to make it very clear that that's an open source model.
Okay.
That we use. So for the trust purposes, we try to use as many open source models. If the client wants to use a closed source model like OpenAI's ChatGPT, and we have Anthropic's models, Mistral also has some of closed source models. वो client की choice है. It is, but usually we say to use open source models as well.
Okay.
Yeah. And what was the second question? What was the first question?
What is Comtech doing in this regard, in this domain, or any other firm for that matter? How do you explain to your clients what AI and how AI is?
Okay, so we have another service where we provide workshops, and it is not just for schools and colleges. Even at companies, even at MSMEs, even at startups, we have done it. We have done it in some fashion labels as well, जहाँ पे हम उन्हें समझाते हैं कि AI होता क्या है, हम आपकी कैसे हेल्प कर रहे हैं, AI चलता कैसे है, आप कौन से टूल्स यूज़ करिए, आपकी सेफ्टी कैसे रहेगी कौन सा AI टूल यूज़ करने से. So with these workshops, I feel we help our clients to understand AI and how we are safeguarding their data as well.
Wow.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was the podcast with Paawan. I think very informative, and thank you so much for joining me here today. Before you go, any new thing with Comtech Enterprises that maybe the viewers should look out for, or maybe something that you are coming up with, because AI is such an interesting topic these days. I'm sure they would be interested to know.
So our no code AI tool
Yeah.
is it was in the beta version, but now it's going to come out in production.
Okay.
And I suggest everyone to use it. You can go to our website www.comtech.in. You'll find it on the first page.
Okay.
And secondly, we are very actively hiring.
Okay.
We want social media people, we want front-end developers, we want HRs. So if someone wants to join, www.comtech.in, go and
That was for you guys. And before you go, just one last thing, thoda Gen Z hai. If you could pick up those pair of shades and that marker right now, and एक लेंस पे साइन कर दो, एक लेंस पे अपना नाम लिख दो, is going to be like a piece of memory that you and I did a podcast together. Then someday I'll make a hall of shades where
I'll write my name here.
yeah, and sign it on the other. And if you can, after that, just wear it and show us how cool you're looking. And thank you so much. I think, for a personal opinion, a very interesting podcast. I really learned a lot. I had fun discussing AI with someone with so much knowledge after so long. And that's Paawan Purdhani,
good.
guys. Look how cool he's looking.
Yeah, I'm sure.
And connect with Comtech Enterprises if you guys have any requirement. And that's me, Adhiraj Sethi, signing out. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You guys know the drill. See ya.